When I tell you this day has been nothing short of a sitcom. I always joke about how there should be hidden cameras in my house, or I should just let the vlog camera run all the time. I took the last 6 days off. Today was my first day back at work. Last Thursday, my dog puked everywhere. You need to keep that in your brain. It seemed to be an isolated thing. Sometimes he gets in the garbage and he eats things he shouldn't eat, and he seemed to be fine. So Friday morning, I got up and I left. I went to Joplin for the weekend, Joplin, Missouri, with my sister. We had a great time, lovely time. Wonderful hotel room, ate some delicious food, got to see lots of friends that I haven't seen since before the pandemic. Came home and I realized that maybe my next 2 days off weren't quite going to go as I planned. See, Monday was what some people call Columbus Day, some people call Indigenous People Day. I call it Leif Erikson Day 2.0. I thought the kids had the day off. My company closes because we do this volunteer thing called Blue Day. And since I was going to be coming home from Joplin, I didn't participate in it this year. Thought the kids were going to be off school. They weren't off school. So that maybe kind of started this whole thing. Also thought that yesterday I would have the day off to clean my house. Well, when I planned these days off back in April, my husband was working a different shift. Now I have a day sleeper. Now I can't get anything done on the day because sleeping. Thankfully, I was able to escape yesterday and go over to my sister's and squeeze on my little grandniece. Yeah, I took a couple naps. Nothing really got done because gotta be quiet. Brings me to today. Today, Wednesday, I get up. I've had a sick kid for a couple of days. They've missed 2 days of school. They were gonna go back to school today. The other kid comes up from my basement. They're sick now. They're taking the day off. Great. The one that's been sick for 2 days comes to me and notices that they have these spots on their hands. I don't care, you're going to school. So I take that kid to school. As I'm taking that kid to school, I remember that the kid from the basement who's sick has an 8:40 orthodontist appointment that I now have to cancel with 40 minutes notice, hoping that they don't crucify me. I call and I leave a message. Let's get the ball rolling on this. Drop kid number 1 off at school. I get home. I get a text. They're spreading up to my wrist. I'm dying. Aren't we all? So I said, you know what? Bug your dad about it. This particular kid texts me all day long. So they call their dad and their dad's like, you're staying at school. Tough it out. I then Google spots on hands, and it turns out that young adults and children get red spots on their hands and arms when they have COVID. And this kid was just sick with a slight fever, sore throat, stuffy nose, headache. So I tell my husband, and he goes, maybe you better go get him. So 5 minutes after school starts, they can no longer walk back outside. I have to actually go into the school and check them out, which meant that I had to put on pants. And I decided, screw it. We're gonna go to Walgreens, we're gonna get a rapid test. We're going to figure all this out. Do you have COVID? We have managed to avoid it for almost 3 years. Please say it isn't so. I get home and somewhere in there, I missed a call from the orthodontist to call and reschedule kid number 2's appointment for today. At least we're canceled. I get home, we start the COVID test, reading about it. I pull out my chair to work and there's something under it. And for a minute, I think it's like a part of a dog toy, because they have a lot of furry little brown toys. The closer I look at it, it was a pile of puke. It was a pile of dried up puke. When did the dog puke? Thursday. The dog puked on Thursday. So now I'm worried about my hardwoods, having had this puke sitting on it for 6 days. It was still moist. I'm just glad I didn't reach down and pick it up thinking it was a dog toy, because I would have not made it. There would have been 2 piles of puke on the floor. Now, all of this happened within the span of an hour this morning. And I thought, this cannot be how my Wednesday is gonna go. This just can't be it. I'm deep breathing, stretching, I'm getting back in the zone. I have a coughing fit, I pee my pants. That's the cherry on top of the crap cupcake of my day. It's not been the entire joyful 6 days off that I had planned. And it was not the wonderful day back at work that I was hoping for. There was a bonus load of laundry done today though, so I guess I'm ahead. That's my sitcom of a life today. In the world view, the big picture, the perspective, minor shit. It's all just minor shit. It's mouse shit. It's nothing. In the big world view, and it's a little bit laughable now. I didn't, want this to be like a bitching thing. I'm not bitching. Just a funny chain of events. Anyways, I gotta go cook dinner and bat away the rest of the night in my recliner. See you next time. Bye. Watch out for dog puke.